Welcome to our workshop on Project Stakeholder Management. Stakeholder management is crucial for the success of any project, as it ensures that the needs and expectations of those invested in the project are understood and met. Throughout this video, we'll dive into strategies and techniques to identify, analyze, and communicate with stakeholders effectively. You'll gain insights into methods for better stakeholder identification, as well as tools for comprehensive analysis. We'll also cover essential communication strategies tailored for different stakeholder groups. Whether you're a project manager, business analyst, or team leader, the knowledge you acquire here will empower you to manage and engage your stakeholders more effectively. Let's get started by exploring the importance of stakeholder management and setting the stage for the journey ahead. Establishing a strong foundation will make the subsequent steps much more manageable and impactful. Welcome to our comprehensive workshop on Project Stakeholder Management. To kick things off, let's start by defining who stakeholders are and identifying different types. So, who exactly are stakeholders? Stakeholders are individuals or groups who have an interest or stake in the outcome of a project. They can significantly influence the project either positively or negatively, making their involvement crucial for successful project execution. Broadly, stakeholders can be grouped into internal and external. Internal stakeholders include team members, managers, and employees within the organization. These individuals are closely involved in the day-to-day activities and directly impact the project's progress. External stakeholders consist of clients, suppliers, investors, and community members. Although not part of the organization, they have a vested interest in the project's success. For instance, clients expect the final product to meet their requirements, while suppliers are interested in providing necessary materials or services. Understanding the different types of stakeholders is foundational for effective stakeholder management. Next, we'll dive into methods and tools for identifying all relevant stakeholders. Stay tuned. Welcome back. In this segment, we'll dive into identifying stakeholders, a fundamental step in effective stakeholder management. Knowing who your stakeholders are is crucial for project success. Start with tools like stakeholder maps and analysis grids, which help you visualize the landscape of your stakeholders. Stakeholder maps allow you to see connections and influence among different parties, while analysis grids help categorize them based on their interest and influence in your project. To use these tools effectively, begin by listing all potential stakeholders, including team members, clients, suppliers, and regulatory bodies. Next, plot these stakeholders on a map to understand their relationships and dynamics. Using an analysis grid, prioritize stakeholders by examining their level of interest and influence in your project. High interest, high influence stakeholders should receive the most attention, while low interest, low influence ones may need less frequent updates. This approach ensures you maintain productive and effective communication with all relevant parties. Remember, identifying stakeholders is the foundation of your management plan. As we continue, you'll learn more about analyzing these stakeholders and developing tailored strategies to engage them effectively. Stay tuned for the next segment on stakeholder analysis. Once stakeholders are identified, the next crucial step is to analyze their influence and interest in the project. Understanding these dynamics allows us to prioritize stakeholders effectively. By categorizing stakeholders based on their influence and interest, we can allocate resources and attention where they're needed most. High influence and high interest stakeholders require frequent engagement, while others may only need periodic updates. This prioritization helps in planning tailored engagement strategies, ensuring we address the needs and expectations of each stakeholder group efficiently. As we move forward, you'll see how to develop tailored communication strategies for these prioritized stakeholders. Effective communication is the cornerstone of successful stakeholder management. It starts with understanding the various methods available, such as emails, meetings, reports, and presentations. Each method serves a different purpose and should be chosen based on the context and the message you want to convey. However, simply knowing these methods isn't enough. The key lies in tailoring your communication to suit the needs and preferences of different stakeholders. Each stakeholder has unique expectations and communication preferences. Some might prefer detailed reports, while others might appreciate quick updates via email or face-to-face meetings. To tailor your communication effectively, begin by analyzing the specific requirements and expectations of each stakeholder. Understand their concerns, level of interest, and preferred communication style. This can be achieved through direct interactions, surveys, or historical data analysis. Once you have this understanding, customize your messages to ensure they resonate with your audience. Clear, concise, and targeted communication can help build trust and foster a collaborative environment, crucial for project success. Effective communication requires flexibility, empathy, and a keen sense of the audience's needs. As we move forward, you'll see how these tailored communication strategies play a crucial role in engaging stakeholders throughout the project lifecycle. In this segment, we're diving into some of the most effective techniques for engaging stakeholders throughout your project's lifecycle. Engaging stakeholders isn't a one-time activity, it's an ongoing process that builds strong relationships and fosters trust. Successful engagement starts with involving stakeholders in key decisions, making them feel valued and heard. This isn't just about keeping them in the loop, it's about ensuring their voices help shape the project's direction. Communication is key here. Regular updates, transparent decisions, and prompt responses to concerns can transform a passive stakeholder into an enthusiastic advocate for your project. Remember, each stakeholder is unique and may require different levels of engagement and communication styles. Building relationships goes beyond professional interactions. Find common ground, share successes, and acknowledge contributions. By showing genuine interest in their perspectives and concerns, you create a collaborative environment where stakeholders are more likely to support and invest in the project's success. Utilize tools like engagement plans and feedback loops to maintain a structured approach. Monitoring and adapting your strategies based on stakeholder feedback can greatly enhance their involvement and satisfaction. As you employ these techniques, you'll find that a well-engaged stakeholder network can be one of your greatest assets. Moving forward, you'll see how handling conflicts effectively plays a crucial role in maintaining these vital relationships. Managing expectations is crucial in ensuring stakeholder satisfaction and project success. From the very beginning, it's essential to set realistic expectations with all stakeholders. Clearly communicate the project scope, timeline, and potential challenges. This transparency helps prevent misunderstandings and aligns everyone's expectations. Handling conflicts is another essential aspect of managing stakeholder relationships. When conflicts arise, address them promptly and professionally. Listen to the concerns of the involved parties and work towards a resolution that maintains trust and cooperation. Effective conflict resolution involves understanding the root cause of the issue and finding common ground. By setting realistic expectations and managing conflicts effectively, you can foster a collaborative and productive project environment. Stakeholders are more likely to stay engaged and supportive when they feel heard and their expectations are met reasonably. As we move forward, you'll see more strategies on navigating the complexities of stakeholder management. Stay with us as we continue to explore effective techniques and best practices. Let's take a moment to recap what we've covered so far. We've delved into the critical aspects of stakeholder management, starting with stakeholder identification. This is where it all begins, spotting those key players who can influence or are influenced by your project. Next, we analyze their influence and interest, enabling us to prioritize effectively and focus our efforts where they matter most. Following that, we explored communication strategies, emphasizing the importance of tailoring our methods to suit different stakeholders' needs and preferences. Effective communication is key in maintaining transparency and trust. Lastly, we covered engagement techniques, ways to actively involve stakeholders throughout the project lifecycle, ensuring their buy-in and fostering strong relationships. As we move forward, let's build on these foundations and dive deeper into advanced strategies that will take your stakeholder management skills to the next level. Let's delve into some advanced stakeholder management techniques. Stakeholders, as you know, can significantly influence the success of a project. Thus, mastering advanced techniques is crucial for effective management. Firstly, consider stakeholder engagement beyond traditional methods. Use innovative approaches such as co-creation workshops and collaborative platforms to foster deeper involvement. By actively involving stakeholders in key decision-making processes, you gain their buy-in and leverage their insights for better project outcomes. Secondly, tailor your communication strategies to the specific preferences and cultural nuances of your stakeholders. This level of customization can dramatically improve relationship building and trust. Additionally, use data analytics to predict potential issues and proactively address them. Now, let's look at some case studies to see these strategies in action. In our first case study, a project team successfully navigated a complex political environment by leveraging stakeholder champions. These champions acted as intermediaries, bridging gaps and facilitating smooth communication. Another example comes from a tech company that used real-time feedback tools to continuously engage stakeholders throughout the project lifecycle, resulting in heightened satisfaction and project success. By understanding and implementing these advanced techniques, you can manage your stakeholders more effectively and drive your projects to success. As we move forward, you'll see how these strategies can be applied across different scenarios and industries. Let's address some common questions about stakeholder management. These often revolve around identifying key stakeholders, maintaining effective communication, and handling conflicts. A crucial approach is to always stay transparent and proactive. Now, let's pose a common scenario. How would you manage a stakeholder who is resistant to change? Take a moment to consider your approach. Effective responses involve empathy, active listening, and aligning their interests with project benefits. Another typical question involves prioritizing stakeholder needs. It's essential to balance and prioritize based on influence and impact. Consider using tools like stakeholder matrices to guide your approach. Interactive engagement is key. Pause the video and reflect on these scenarios as you think through your strategies. The solutions we've discussed will help you navigate these challenges and engage your stakeholders more effectively. As we move forward, you'll see more advanced techniques and real-world applications to further strengthen your stakeholder management skills. Here are some tools and resources that can help you manage stakeholders more effectively. To start, consider using specialized stakeholder management software. These tools offer features like stakeholder databases, communication tracking, and stakeholder analysis models that can greatly simplify your efforts. In addition to software, templates and frameworks are invaluable. For example, a well-structured stakeholder map or influence interest grid can provide clarity and focus. Don't forget about further reading materials. Books, articles, and case studies offer deep dives into advanced techniques and real-world examples of successful stakeholder management. Finally, online courses and webinars can provide interactive learning experiences and keep you up to date with the latest trends. These resources collectively form a robust toolkit that will enhance your stakeholder management capabilities. As we move forward, you'll see how to integrate these tools and resources into your overall strategy to achieve better engagement and outcomes. Let's take another moment to recap what we've covered so far. We've delved into advanced strategies that enhance our stakeholder management process. Additionally, we explored essential tools that streamline our approach and resources that support continuous learning. Understanding, identifying, and engaging stakeholders effectively remains a cornerstone of project success. Communication, tailored to the needs of different stakeholders, is key. Moreover, building and maintaining strong relationships through ongoing engagement has been emphasized. By integrating these strategies and tools, we can manage expectations and address conflicts proactively. As we move forward, you'll see how to avoid common pitfalls and implement best practices in your stakeholder management journey. Stay tuned as we continue to enhance our skills and knowledge in this critical area. Throughout your journey in stakeholder management, certain pitfalls can lead even the best-intentioned plans astray. Let's discuss some common mistakes and how to sidestep them. One frequent error is neglecting stakeholder communication. Timely and clear communication helps in managing expectations. Another pitfall is underestimating stakeholder influence. Failing to identify key influencers early on can derail progress. Make it a priority to map stakeholder influence and interest meticulously. Complacency in stakeholder engagement also poses a significant risk. Continually engage and re-engage stakeholders to keep them aligned and supportive. Ignoring conflicts or brushing them under the rug often exacerbates issues. Address conflicts head-on, with transparency and fairness. Lastly, not updating your stakeholder analysis regularly can cause oversights. Projects evolve, and so do stakeholders' interests and influence. Regularly refresh your stakeholder analysis to adapt effectively. By staying vigilant and proactive, these pitfalls can be avoided, paving the way for a smoother stakeholder management experience. As we transition to our final steps, remember that these small changes can make a big difference. Now, let's move on to best practices that will set you on the path to success. As we near the end of our journey, let's focus on best practices for effective stakeholder management. These strategies ensure your projects meet their goals and satisfy all involved parties. Start by setting clear objectives for stakeholder engagement, ensuring everyone understands their roles and expectations. Regular and transparent communication is key. Keep your stakeholders informed and involved through consistent updates. Always tailor your communication methods and messages to suit your audience, recognizing that different stakeholders have different needs. Prioritize and address their concerns promptly, showing that you value their input. Foster strong, positive relationships by being approachable and responsive. Don't underestimate the power of listening. Actively seek feedback and use it to improve your processes. Efficiently managing conflicts and fostering cooperation helps build trust and enhances collaboration. Remember, a proactive approach often prevents issues from escalating. Finally, document your interactions and lessons learned, making it easier to refine your strategies for future projects. Following these best practices can lead to smoother project execution and more satisfied stakeholders, setting you up for continued success in all your endeavors. With this knowledge, you are now equipped to handle stakeholder management with confidence and skill. Thank you for watching our workshop on project stakeholder management. Over the course of this video, we've explored key concepts such as stakeholder identification, analysis, communication strategies, and engagement techniques. We've also delved into advanced strategies and tools, outlined best practices, and addressed common pitfalls. We hope you found the strategies and tips presented here useful and applicable to your own projects. Remember, successful stakeholder management is a continuous process that requires thoughtful planning, clear communication, and consistent engagement. Don't forget to apply these techniques in your projects to achieve better outcomes. For additional resources, in-depth articles, and further training, please visit our website. Your feedback is valuable to us, so feel free to leave your thoughts and questions in the comments section. Stay tuned for more workshops, and thank you for your commitment to mastering project stakeholder management.